All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Liberty Stream. We're doing another episode of Cooking with Liberty Fires, and we got another Green Chef meal, and we're gonna go with it. Thank you everyone for joining me so far on this Tuesday, right? Tuesday evening, and I'm gonna be cooking dinner with my Green Chef. Obviously, we're cooking garlic paprika shrimp steaks with cauliflower, rice, kale, and sun-dried tomatoes. Looking forward to this one. You're probably going to see me overcook it. We'll see what I can do to make sure to avoid that. But yeah, so for people who don't know, I used to cook in a restaurant down at my college. Been cooking ever since and just kind of picking up as a hobby. I was doing some Green Chef meals in HelloFresh last year. Started posting pics of what I was doing. Everyone seemed to really enjoy and look what I was doing. So I said, why not? Let's just go ahead and do it on stream as well. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go through this this bag, I guess. Kind of show you what I would do whenever I'm cooking it and just go forward from there. This is the second episode of it. We did a pilot on Sunday just to make sure that everything worked out technology-wise. The goal today is to check on the lighting whenever we're streaming in the afternoon hours. Last time it was like not early morning, but it was like 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. This one's in the evening, the sun's coming down, all that kind of stuff. I just want to make sure that the lighting's good where we're going it. And we're doing an audio check as well. I just want to make sure that audio's good, you guys can hear me. And depending on what that volume's like, next time we'll look to see if we can get music playing in the background, that kind of stuff. Maybe some classical, like Yo-Yo Ma. Anyway, okay. Got everything set up. If you're asking what the towel's for, the towel's damp and it kind of acting as a weight. Last time whenever I was doing the Liberty stream and I was cutting into my vegetables, the cutting board was sliding, and yeah, I can adjust to that, but it messed up the camera angles and everything else, so this is just safer overall. Hopefully it'll stay in place a little bit better. Alright, first thing we're doing is we're checking to make sure that we have all the ingredients. All the ingredients are listed on the sheet, so you just want to run it down. Strip steaks. Oh, that's going to be annoying to say the entire time. Check. Let's see. Garlic paprikas. Dump it all out. Boop, 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 boop. I keep the bag near me just so I can throw trash and everything in there. Kind of a little bit more efficient. Boop. There's this organic paprika organo spice blend right there. Boop. This one's nice because it actually tells me kind of what's in it. I know there's organic in there, paprika, oregano. Wonder what the other spices are, but we'll figure that out. All right, so that's one. Cauliflower rice, big old bag of that. Oh, it's open. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. That is just a whiff. Smells good. Okay. Hopefully that just opened whenever I was dumping it out. We'll check though. Kale. Kale's in my fridge. Let me go get that. So when I was opening up my original box, I looked at the kale. Kale has this ugly mustard green kind of color one on there. I'm probably just going to throw that one out. Because everyone else is this nice bright green. Don't know why that one's an old nasty mustard color. It's probably safe to eat if I really wanted to be picky, but you know, it's your food. If you don't trust it, don't eat it. So kale, got it. These are not sun-dried tomatoes, so we're going to rehydrate those by putting them in some water later because I cheated, already read what I was going to do. Lemon herb dressing, boom, got it. And then a red onion, which is already quartered, and then some radishes that I'm going to cut up later. So, got everything. Also, we want to make sure we get my salt, my pepper, my olive oil. Which I need to fill those up before the next stream. Alright. So the first thing this wanted me to do was to cook over, or to chop up the vegetables and stuff. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go ahead and jump to the strip steak. Because I know it wants me to let it sit there and marinate and go from there. To open up the package, I could just use the chef knife that I was planning on going to use later, but then I would have to worry about cross-contamination with the blood or anything. So really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go grab my utility knife and go from there. Probably one of those times where I wish I actually had a pair of scissors. What up, Cliffy? How you doing? Oh, you can see me cook, Cliff. Alright, so one steak. And I'm going to give this another little cut down. Opening bags in the restaurant was like the most dangerous thing in the world for whatever reason. More people cut themselves on the backs than anything else. Alright, pull that out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pat the steaks dry. Pick that one up here. Clean out my bowl a little bit. Put them back in. Alright, so I want to get about 1 tablespoon cooking oil. A little bit of drizzle here and there. Yeah, come on. Yeah. And then I'm going to go get the spice blend and put it right in. See, my laptop where my chat is all the way over there. So pumped. Now I'm nervous. Now I have an audience. And we're just going to blend this right in. We use all this, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rub that in there. Toss. If you're making your own spice blends at home, don't worry about how much of one type of spice, how little of one type of spice you need to use. For one, you want to experiment, right? That's kind of the flaw a lot of modern day home cooks, I'm going to say, have a problem of, is they think it's a science. If you're baking, you want that to be exact. That's a science. Like, if you mess up your amounts whenever you're baking, it could come out totally not right. On the other hand, though, when you're doing just cooking, and you're just seasoning and salting and peppering, is that a word? Anyway, you don't have to be exact. And when you're first trying out a new spice and you know what it tastes like, just use what you think's right. Try a little bit of it while it's dry, see what it tastes like. And you can decide by your taste buds if you want to add more or less. And then after you've done it once, and you're like, man, I really like what I just cooked, but I thought it had too much garlic, or there was this taste to it that I just didn't like. Now you know next time. Put a little bit less. So there, bam. Steaks are evenly cooked. I'm going to set that over to the side here. Rinse my hands off. When I rinse my hands off, I mean I'm actually going to use soap. All right, so that's good. That's getting set. Now we're going to go attack my sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm going to set this over to the side so I don't try to use it again. Sun-dried tomatoes, I don't know if you've ever used these before, but they look like raisins. They kind of are. Basically the same kind of process. Just dry them out. They're going to feel rubbery too whenever you're trying to use them, and really hard. Just more difficult to chop than you would actually think. So again, just take your time. Again, it's a lot like jerky. That's probably the right word that I'm thinking about. I'm just going to chop these up a little bit. And then we're going to put them in my bowl. All right. I'm not going to cut them. I'm not going to cut a lot of them at the same time, just because I know they could just grit and stick, just be annoying. Again, you're not cooking for like 500 people. You don't have to be quick. And if you are cooking for 500 people, you probably want to buy some pre-processed, pre-chopped ingredients anyway. Or you have like a full-blown commercial processor just sitting in your kitchen ready to go. I even have one. I don't even cook for 500 people. I use my food processor whenever I'm cooking the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for like a week. Like I was making chili in October for a couple of chili contests. I'll be honest, I got tired of cutting onions. I cut onions like 2 days for 2 different contests, and I said, yep, I'm done. When I got a food processor, and I use that food processor for every other contest that month. You guys see my sun-dried tomatoes? I guess not. So I'm going to put that here. A little more visibility. Bowl I got is probably a little bit bigger than it really needs to be, but so those look good. Those are chopped. Go over here to my sink again. Again, don't need a lot of water. Just need to make sure that they're properly covered, just like that. And we're going to let those sit for about 5-10 minutes. It's going to do 2 things. One is going to rehydrate those sun-dried tomatoes. And the second thing they're going to do is they're going to get a really nice tomatoey kind of broth, which we're going to use for cooking a little bit later. So, I just warmed up pizza. That's something I started by. I got to show off my pizzazz at one point. That's like the best cooking thing ever. All right. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. I missed that part. What am I putting in the oven? I didn't realize I was putting anything in the oven. I'm putting some of these vegetables in the oven. Okay, that's fine. Huh. Okay. So this one actually has me soaking the tomatoes first and then putting them in water. So I kind of did it opposite. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. Happy little accidents. That's all that matters. Okay. So now it wants me to take care of this radish. This is a pretty good sized radish. Other guidance about cooking, especially with like HelloFresh, Blue Apron, Green Chef, or whatever these kind of meals, if they give you an ingredient that you just don't like, you don't have to use it, right? It's your meal. Like, don't force yourself to eat something that you're not really sure. I would say to continue to grow your palate, you should probably at least try it. For example, oh man, I forget what they usually make with tomatoes. I do not sun-dried tomatoes specifically, but like regular cherry tomatoes. I can't stand cherry tomatoes. I just don't like them. They're not my thing. I'll still put in about half of the cherry tomatoes they give me. Okay. So they only want me to use 1/2 of these radishes. So if you have another meal that you plan on cooking, you should probably just keep it. But all right, these are going to be really big half moons because that's a big damn radish. Now we're going to cut this thinly slice, 1/2 inch. There you go. So now I got my radishes. Not a lot. Cut off ends. Or I'm just misreading everything. Alright. Now I got my onion. They aren't sending you exact ingredients. They're sending you ingredients to the best of their ability. Like, they're not sending you a full onion at times. but the process to cut a radish in half and send you half a radish is probably not worth their cost. I don't like this part. I'm going to cut that off. That part's just weird. That weird growth. Yeah, not bad. I like this core. Man, this is just a weird onion. It smells right. It smells fresh. Yeah, we're gonna make this into strips, so. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna keep those though. Those are good. Yeah, because they're not gonna continue to try to process food to the best they can. So it's very rare that they're gonna have you only use like half of something. HelloFresh was a lot better at only sending you exactly what you needed. Green Chef's is a little bit worse on it. All right, got my onions. I might get a new cutting board for this next part. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Where's my... So this is me reading in advance. Because the radishes and the onions are going to go together. So I want to lightly spray down my aluminum foil. That's like 2020. Next time I'm going to use all that radish. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Cool. Give that a toss. That's going to be ready to go in my oven once my oven's preheated. Right, mise en place, which now means I have a full clean cutting board to take care of this kale. Which, this kale is just weird. I don't know if I like the ingredients in this box, but oh, we're gonna move on. Cut the leaves off the kale. Move my stems over there. Just poke myself. We'll have to check to see if I'm bleeding here in a minute. No blood so far, so we're good. Second stream when I cut myself. Great. Cool. And then we're going to roughly chop up this lettuce. It's kind of lettuce now. Leaves, kale leaves. going to be part of my sauteed greens later. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just roughly chopping it. That's actually pretty good. Give it one more. And let's add that over here. Boom. Leaves for later. And now, rip off my blade. These stems we're going to put into my stir fry. I don't know if you guys can hear that little crunch, but that crunch sounds great. So if you're a first-time knife user, you're kind of concerned about like how to chop vegetables, I guess. Couple of different methods. But really, oh, this is going to be weird. I don't think I can do it backwards. Maybe I'll move my camera around next time. But there's two kind of traditional styles, and it really depends on what kind of blade you're using. If you have like a really fat blade, I want to say, where it doesn't allow any kind of like rocking motion, then you need to chop that up down. So that would be... that kind of thing. All right. Of course, I use a European style chef blade, so I don't like to do that kind of motion. To me, that scares me. Because if you have your thumb in the wrong spot, you're cutting that off. If you have your finger in the wrong spot, you're cutting that off. For me, the rotation mode, the seesaw kind of action, that's kind of what I prefer, just because it seems like a little bit safer. Yeah, so both ways are correct. If you do up down, like straight down, you're probably going to be a little bit faster. Your arm's not going to get as tired, but again, you're cooking at home. Like, do what you want to do and be safe about it. So, this is me checking to make sure I got all my vegetables done. I'm cleaning up as I go. Sun-dried tomatoes. Yep, that's been pretty good. That's going. Radishes and the onions, we got that. That's about to go in the oven for a little while. We got the steaks already cooked and seasoned. Yeah. I think we're ready to move over. All right. So that's going to be the end of part one. I'm going to take a quick break as I move my cameras and everything over to my oven. Then we're going to come back and we're going to finish this off. What am I doing with the dressing? Is that just going to be on top whenever I'm ready to go? Yeah. Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah. So I'll see you guys here in 2-3 minutes. All right. So give me a quick moment. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have an awful camera angle to begin with. So once again, my name is Liberty Fires, and we are doing a Cooking with Liberty Fire stream. We're doing some garlic spiced strip steaks. Earlier, we did the prep work, so now we're actually going to do the cooking. First thing we're going to do is we got my onion and radish mixture, salt, pepper, olive oil. That's all we got. It's going right in the oven. Oh, camera's in my way. Bam, we're done. Set the timer. It's going to be cooking for 10 minutes. Now that that's good, camera, well, bam. So the steak itself is probably going to take about anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes, depending on how I want to cook it. So over here, we're going to lay down some oil. Start heating that up. And same thing over here. Oh. There we go. Same thing over here. Some oil. Start heating that up. In the smaller pan is where we're going to put the steaks. And the bigger pan, we're going to put the veggies. Bigger pan for the veggies, that way hopefully I can contain some of that mess. Camera adjust. Nope, camera adjust. Yeah, that works. And bigger pan, veggies, contain some of that. And we're just going to let them get hot. You can put your food, I guess, in a cold pan if you really want, but meh, why? These tongs are dirty. That's not where they belong. They belong in my sink. Get another pair of tongs for my steaks. Show off my steaks again, just in case people missed it. So they're spice, salt, pepper, oregano, paprika. They're ready to go. Garlic. While I'm doing that, we have this sun-dried tomato mixture that we soaked in water. We're going to rehydrate those. Double checking my recipe. I don't need to water any. I think that's a mistake. So we're going to drain some of it. I'm going to keep a little bit, because there's some flavor in there that I want to keep. And I bet later it's going to tell me to put some water in whenever I'm putting the kale leaves in. Let me double check. Apparently not. Apparently I was a liar. Alright, I don't know my recipe. Yeah, usually whenever I'm cooking kale, it wants me to put a little bit of water in there. Really not this time, so that's fine. Fine. We'll do it its way. Unless you are so totally confident that you want to do it. If you are confident you want to do it, and you're like, nope, this is the way I want to cook it, this is the way I want to eat it, don't let a recipe tell you what to do. What's it going to do? Yell at you? It's a recipe. It can't yell at you. So. This is the Liberty Box's head stream as we wait for things to get heated up. Beginning to see the oil a little bit, hopefully, on stream. So we know the oil is getting there. That's a lot of oil in that pan. We're going to share. Hopefully I can avoid burning the place down. If I have to turn on the fan, it's going to be loud. And then you guys won't be able to hear anything. So we're going to try the larger pan first. There we go. A little bit of sizzle in there. I'm keeping my cutting board. Oh, I got to show that off later whenever I cut into the steaks. Yeah, so we see that at the beginning this sizzles a little bit. It's not ideal. It's not perfect. So that means I know I need to let it get a little bit hotter, but that's fine. It's just vegetables. It'll be fine. Now on the other hand, see what this does. So that was a good little sizzle there. All right. So we're going to let those steaks cook about 4 minutes, I want to say. Flip them and then cook about 3. Yeah, so when my timer, which is actually cooking my vegetable, gets down to 2, then I'm going to, oh, tomatoes, should add those. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep some of this juice. Spread it out evenly, that way it cooks evenly. I was right. I was right. I didn't realize I was right, but I was right. I forgot about the cauliflower rice. Yeah, so knowing what I know now, I probably should have started the vegetables first, but that's fine. Because that gives me time to put the steaks on the cutting board and let them rest. Same thing, but if you're cooking steaks and you're like, oh, I don't know how to cook them the way you want. If you like them well done, that's fine. You like them well done. Ignore the internet that says you like well done steak and you're a pansy or something. I don't believe it. It's your food. Eat it. Now, if you're cooking for someone else and they say they want it well done and you're heckling them, you better be your friend. I guess that's fine, but probably not something I would do. Alright, so those look good. Now we're going to add my cauliflower rice in here. And this is where I wanted that water from earlier. Add about 3 tablespoons of water. You should just use the water that has all this flavor in it, instead of some just regular tap water. Give that a stir. Essentially what we're doing now is we're stir frying the rice. It's actually cauliflower, not rice. It's called cauliflower rice just because it has similar ideas to rice. Get that spread out, that's all mixed. Let that sit for a little while. Look over at my steak. The steaks are looking good. Let's give them a flip. Those steaks are burned. We're going to set those down for about 2 minutes. Gordon Ramsay's yelling at me now. Who knows? Could be good. Could be the seasoning that's causing him to charcoal a little bit more. We'll find out. Rice needs about another 2 minutes after the steaks are done. Man, it's disappointing to the steaks turned out that charcoal brown. I'm gonna beat myself up for that for a minute. We'll find out though. But the insides are still gonna be good. There, they're done. It's definitely the seasoning that's causing them to brown a little bit more than they should. So we're going to let the steak sit on a cutting board for a little while. We're going to turn the oven off, get that to cool down. This does not need to be here, so we're moving that out of our way. I'm going to let this rice cook for about another minute. In your Gordon Ramsay voice. What up, Adriatic? How are you doing? What are you doing? Why is it burned? Come on, Liberty. What are you doing to me? That's my Gordon Ramsay voice. Liberty, I need that steak now. Liberty. Where's the sauce? Where's the sauce for the duck? Liberty. Yeah, anyway. Yep. Be fine. It's just a seasoning on it. Whenever we cut into it, that's going to be really what it looks like. Maybe it does taste burned. It does taste burned? Guess what? I know now for next time. Put a little asterisk in your cookbook, and you kind of know what's going on. Know, hey, next time, don't do that. Doing good, man. Doing good. Hungry. Obviously, that's what I'm cooking. Yeah, things are going well. All right, that rice is fantastic. Now we're going to put in my leaves. So now, a little salt, a little bit of pepper, adjust my camera. Give that about a minute. I'm going to go over here. I want to see how badly I burned this steak, if I did. Now, this is where I got to figure out how to show you guys what my steak looks like. Boop, boop. All right, got my steak. Probably could have let it rest a little bit while longer. All that juice is coming out. Slicing pretty well. It's not bad. Not bad at all. That is mighty, mighty good. Oh, wow. All right. Definitely burned some of the spices, but you really can't tell. Probably the oregano that really burned on there, so I probably should have taken notice of that. But yeah, that's really good. All right. Vegetables are done. Oop. Move the camera back. Save my veggies. Close up on the veggies. They're a little dehydrated. Yeah. Would have liked more onions. I like onions. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Now we gotta figure out how we want to plate this. I have an idea, but I usually plate everything the same way. Other thing we got to do real quick. Now everything's in my way. Oh, this is where I wish I had more counter space. Another thing left for me to do. This is herb dressing. Put that on here. Give that a little wash. Put that right on the plate. Nice little bed. You guys have seen my pictures on Facebook or other social media. You probably notice I have a very simple, easy plating style all the time. It's usually what they're been doing too. And then we go over here. I need to finish cutting that steak. I'm going to do that over here on a cutting board. All right. I'm going to fan that out. Lovely. And where'd my tongs go? Did I have tongs? The onions, just like that. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. If the onions were not as dehydrated as they are, I think I would have put them right on top. But voila. Garlic, spiced strip steak. Alright, so I ate the steak in front of you already. I'm going to try some of this rice. Wow, okay. This is good shit. So that dressing that I put over it, the lemon dressing, very acidic, which is good because the freshness of the kale leaves kind of cooked it off from there. I'm probably going to add a little bit more salt and pepper to the cauliflower rice itself, but still good. Does the purpose. What's this radish mixture taste like? What up, Anthony? How you doing? Call me just at the end, but thank you anyway. Yeah, these onions are good. I like these onions. Need more of those. They are a little overcooked. But works out. Now look at that. That is a nice, good, medium well. Maybe even medium. It's pink all the way through. Oh. That's tasty. I didn't take a picture of it. Oh man. I'm gonna have to make another plate to take a picture of so I can put it on Facebook and everything else, but But all right. I shouldn't try to end my stream after I put some food in my mouth. But that is Cooking with Liberty Fires. Episode 2, Season 1. And that is pretty damn good. Any games tonight or just cooking? I got a dart game that I'm going to stream over on FO Dart League first. And that's actually late. That's going to be at like 9. So I'll probably just take the day off so I can work on the stream a little bit, rewatch this video, see what I can do better. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be doing any games tonight. We'll see. I think I'm going to, because I'm flying out to Seattle for work later this week, I kind of need to focus on that and get some stuff done in the house. So Sunday when I come back, maybe even Saturday, that's going to be like a big game day for me. Final Fantasy 15's on the agenda. So, but yeah, short little stream, 50 minutes. Cook the food, eat the food, go from there. All right. The next meal I have is a roasted red curry chicken. I might stream this tomorrow. I'm not sure. Depends on how much time I have. But then my next HelloFresh box is coming in Friday. So we'll probably do at least one cooking stream next. Let's go from there. All right. Thank you, Adriatic, for joining in today. Much appreciated. Thank you for the Gordon Ramsay votes. I got to add that in as a command of some kind. Thank you, Anthony303, for the lurk. Thank you, Omnicron, for joining in as well. And thank you, Cliffy, for also joining in for me today. And I'm going to end the stream there. And then I'm going to sit back down at my computer desk. I'm going to see who is playing. And then I'll make sure to go host them, all right? So thank you, guys. Much appreciate the love. If you have any feedback for me, send me a message on Discord or a direct message. And we'll go from there. Thanks again, guys. Nothing but love. Bye.